Hi, welcome back. This is the next tutorial in Python series. In this series, we'll try to create a small code where we'll use to select a random vertices. Okay, we'll select some random vertices and we'll try to generate. If you see here, can you see? See, I'm selecting 887 to 888, 937, boom, boom, boom. We'll select random vertices, so we don't know, we just select it, and then we want to generate the trees. Boom. Can you see? Let's check here, see. So I can select these points. I didn't use any randomized tool or something else. We'll learn randomize and all this stuff gradually. Okay. See. So check here. This is what we are going to make. Okay. I'm just saying it down. Right? So this is what we are going to learn today. So this is a small plugin. We are not going to make all those things. We'll just create a generate tree, which we did in the last tutorial. Right? Good. So just you can make any new tools. So new tab, Python. First thing, import maya.cmds as MC. This is what I use. Try to maintain the consistency. Okay, here I'll create a plane. Now I want to select these vertices and put it in a list. We did the same procedure, but in the previous procedure we selected only one point. But in this procedure, we have to create a random vertices and we'll put in the list. So I'll say let's take my vertex list is mc.ls bracket selection true. Right, now we have selected the vertices. Afterwards, now we need to run a for loop to generate address of each point, because if it's one loop, one point, we don't need to run into a loop. So how to run into loop? For what I'll put vertex in this list. So you can put anything for I, for D, anything. What I did for vertex in this list, we are not going to set any range and all stuff. This is one type of for loop. Okay. So what you should do, you should create an address or position of that vertex. So I'll say vertex pos equals mc dot xform bracket. First thing, which vertex? So this vertex. So every time it will change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a vertex. It should query and its world space and translate, because we need to find right. That's it. So now we got this thing. We'll try to print it. Let's take print this thing. So if we run this command, we got the address of each point. Okay. So now we are getting. So we don't want print. We remove this print. What I will create a cube before creating the trees or something. So at this point, we should create a cube. So what else to do? mc dot poly cube. Always I told you that I'll create in a list, so I'll put box equals, and now I'll use mc dot move. It should move to this position. Once again, you know, this is vertex is x, y and z axis, so I'll select here. Zero. Okay, now box. It should move the box. Hope it should run. Let's see. Always clean. Oh, what is this? It's wrong. I don't know. You have selected so many points, but when I generated the code, I got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each on one line, each on one row or one line. So what is wrong? That's what we are going to learn. It's if you come here, double click, come on documentation. There's one. If you have to go through all those things, it's whenever you get some time, just do some researching. Okay, scroll down here. There is one thing called flatten. Flattens the return list. I'll explain it. Okay, FL. So I'll put here. So let's select these points. Can you see here? This is 48. This is 59. 60. Let's check it. Can you see 48, 49, 59, 60, 61, 70, 71, 72. When the list is selection true, what is happening? It's just selecting 48, and then it's jumping back to 59, and it's removing everything and jumping back to 70. So what we will do right now here, comma, FL equals true. So what right now I am saying with this FL is that you got this list, but flatten it. So give me 48 address, 49 in the list, then 59, 60, 61, 70, 71, 72. So let's see. Boom, boom. Okay, can you see now? We got it? Is it working now? Let's see. I'll select some points here, some points here. I'm saying random points. Can you see? It's working. Let's do it once again here. Sorry, I selected randomly a lot of points here. Now it's created that. So just with one command, I felt true, you can sort out the problem. Okay, what's it doing? We are saying that flatten, and then select each vertex in the list, find that position, create a cube, and move that position. Here one more thing, we didn't do anything like relative. We just left it to default, that is absolute, because it gives the absolute value of that vertices. Right, now let's create a tree variable. I'll just come back here. I'll come here, say define tree. Now I'll just copy that code, whichever, then I'll explain. See here. Okay. I'll teach you one more command. That's why I just copied it. Or else, first what I did, I created a polycylinder, then moved it onto the ground, then created a leaf thing and moved it exactly and scaled it, tapered it, all the stuff. Okay, and then what? This is what I did. I selected the two objects. Here, I didn't select the objects with the name of that object. I selected with a variable name. Can you see here? I'll just look at it here. I selected by the variable name, not on the name which I created for the tree. Okay, or else what happens is that, let's take you get 10 trees. All the trees will be selected every time, so it will create a group. Now the next thing is that I told you that I'll be teaching a new tool. Rather than my tree group, I'll just remove this group. Okay, and here, rather than using this one, I'll show you. I created two objects. Can you see? Selected these two objects, mesh, combine. Can you see it's polyunite? So here, polyunite. Do you want the history? No, that's only one thing. Construction history. False. You can put 0 also. Okay. That's the only thing, the new thing which we learn. Here, rather than using box, I'll just change it to copy, paste it here. I'll put my T, and it should my T. Okay. Now we'll define this one and select it before. Oh, there is something going. Indent, expected indent block. Ah, can I see? Can I see? That's right. Now, oh, that's right. Now, this one, select some points. Select some points. So, now, this polyunite. If you open Windows Outliner, can you see it? But we have to learn one more thing. It's united everything, but it's got, what is this? This is nothing. Poly surface 1, poly surface 2. Oh, no way I want all those things. I told you that we need to give a good name. So I'll just delete all this poly surface. How can it be done? It's very simple. Okay, once it's done, okay, now I'll say mc dot rename and put free hash. Free hash means 3.1, 3.2, 3. Okay, let's test this code. If anything goes wrong, boom, we got something. Boom. Can I say it now? 3.1, 3.2. If you create something else, 3.3.4. Got it? Is it clear now? So I'll go through the code once again. You should understand it. What I did is, it's very simple. Input my commands as MC, just Then I said my vertex list. You can give any name, but always be sensible name. I said MC.list selection true. because I'm selecting random vertices, each vertex has got its address, so it has got different radius. So that's why what we are saying is flatten it, FL true. If you're selecting random vertex, flat. And then what I'm saying, I'm running this as in a loop because it's number of vertex. So for vertex in vertex list xform, so it will select first vertex, it does everything, goes to the change it to the next vertex, does it everything. So what I did, well, position, boom, this is well, everything, okay, true, and I just created a variable called mine because it's always good practice, and assign this definition here. You could have just left tree, but you will face some problems here when you are moving. And then position xyz, xyz axis, and this one. That's it. This tree one, you know it, but the only thing which today we did was that we changed it to polyunite. Polyunite is mesh combine, and then we renamed it so that it doesn't give us some random names. So it will give like tree 1, tree 2, tree 3 and stuff. Okay. Now the next option is that we'll try to create a window. So I'll create a new tab, Python, import Maya dot changes as MC. I could just copy this code because I've written loads of times. I can just copy from some window, but I want you guys to follow it. So let's say if MC dot window, I always give us dump win, that is dump me window, access true dot MC dot delete UI. You should delete that window. Then I'll create random G win, that is window, random G windows, random window, and put say MC dot window, and we'll use the same name so that it recognizes it. Then title is random generator, width 300, height let's take 200. Then the next option is MC dot column layout and put adjustable as true. Next comes MC dot show window. Which window should show? This one, this variable. Okay, let's run this command. Boom, we got this window. Now we'll create a button and we'll create some text, select this vertices and all the stuff, and assign that function. Let's come here. I'll put MC dot separator. I'll put height of 10. I'll show you when I run the command. I'll put MC dot text, because it's a text, I'm just a display text. So select random vertices. Let's run it. Like random vertices. Copy. Just create a separate generator. MC dot button. Label is, let's say, generate random trace. Okay, and then height of that button will go for 30. let's see how it looks. Okay. Let's take it back to 50. Copy. We got a little bit bigger, but it works. That's perfect. Now next thing is that we should define something. So we have written this code. So first thing, I'll select all this code. Come back here. I'll say I'll define one function. I'll say define run generator. Okay, now come back here. Select all this code from my list bulletin. Okay, it's in this list. But the thing is that this should, all this should, for loop should be indented here. So press select everything, tab. So what happens is that all this information is linked to generate. Now come back here. This one is simple, straightforward. Copy. Paste. Okay. It's only this is the one where you need to indent it. Now select this one. Copy. Here near the button. Command. That's it. So you can select these definitions. Execute it. Now let's create a polygon plane. Nice. We got this one. It says select some points. Generate. Select some points. Generate it. Got it? Good. So next. It's a tree. This is what we did. That's it. I should develop the habit of creating comments, adding some comments to it. So we'll learn more about how to add more depth information, clarity in information, some comments and all those things. It's always good for you to clearly understand, because right now this code is like and previously the one which okay, I think I lost it. I used everything random. Okay, so this is what you should do. So I'll just pause for some few seconds and hope you understood this lesson. Thank you and see you.